Hello and bonjour hi from Montreal, Canada. Right now, we are headed for the Place des Arts station where we will be catching the Montreal Metro. From Place des Arts, we'll be taking the Green Line until Berri-UQAM. At Berri-UQAM, we'll be transferring over to the Orange Line, which we will be taking up till Cartier. At Cartier, we'll head back down in the direction we came from to Montreal, where we will conclude the trip report. In total, we will have traveled a distance of approximately 20 kilometers. As with a great majority of the stations on the Montreal Metro, the entrance for Place des Arts station is fully enclosed with swiveling doors. These doors can be quite hard to open, especially if you're holding a camera on one hand. As for fares for the Montreal Metro, there are two options. You can use the Opus card, which is a rechargeable smart card, or the L'Occasionnel, which is a non-rechargeable smart card valid for a predetermined period. Both ticket types can be used on all forms of public transport in Montreal. A quick history lesson on the Montreal Metro. The Montreal Metro first opened in 1966 with 2 lines. Today, the Montreal Metro has 68 stations on 4 lines, totaling 69 kilometers in length. The Montreal Metro is the second busiest metro system in Canada, as well as the 4th busiest in North America. The Place des Arts station is named after a cultural complex of the same name. Consisting of 5 concert halls and an art museum, the Place des Arts is the largest arts and culture complex in Canada. As for the station itself, the station opened in 1966 as part of the original network of the Montreal Metro. The station lies at a depth of 11.6 meters and is accessible for disabled passengers, which is something not found on every station on the Montreal Metro. As with virtually every other Montreal Metro stations, the station is equipped with the MetroVision information screen, which displays news, commercials, and the time until the next train arrives. Speaking of trains arriving, our first train of the day has arrived, and it's an MR-73. The MR-73 is the second generation of rubber-tired rolling stock used on the Montreal Metro. It was manufactured by Bombardier and first entered service in 1976. One thing unusual about the Montreal Metro is that instead of using steel wheels, it uses rubber tires. This factor, combined with Montreal's harsh winters, is a major factor in why all of the Montreal Metro network is underground. We have now arrived at the Berri-UQAM station. Serviced by 3 out of the 4 lines of the Montreal Metro, Berri-UQAM is a major transfer point on the Montreal Metro and is the network's busiest station. Here, we will be transferring over to the Orange Line. At the station, the Green Line's platforms lie at a depth of 16.8 meters, while the Orange Line lies at a depth of 10.7 meters. Meanwhile, the Yellow Line lies at a depth of 27.4 meters, making it the second deepest station on the Montreal Metro. As for the Orange Line, we will be taking the MPM 10, which is commonly known as the Azur. The Azur trains were built by a consortium of Bombardier and Alstom. As of recording this, the Azur train runs on the Green Line and the Orange Line, the latter of which is exclusively served by the Azur trains.
Prochaine station, Sherbrooke.
One notable feature that sets the Azur trains apart from the other trains is the LCD display screens. These display screens show information such as where you are on the Montreal Metro, any connections at the upcoming station, as well as advertising. One thing I wish the display screens would show is the diagram of the upcoming station and the location of the car in relation to things in the upcoming station. Another thing I found interesting about the Azur trains is the lights around the door. First, the lights around the door will turn green if the door is about to open, and will remain green until the doors are about to close, which is when it will turn red.
Prochaine station, Jean Talon. Correspondance avec la ligne 1.
The station the train is at now is Jean Talon Station. Located in Montreal's Little Italy neighborhood, Jean Talon is a station on the Montreal Metro where one could transfer between the orange line and the blue line. Although you cannot tell, we are now crossing the Rivière de Berri. Thus, we are now leaving Montreal and entering the city of Laval. We have now arrived at Cartier Station. Cartier is one of the 3 newest stations of the Montreal Metro, having opened in 2007 as part of the Orange Line's extension into the city of Laval, which includes 2 other stations, de la Concorde and the terminus Mont. Since the station is off the island of Montreal, Cartier Station is located in Fare Zone B rather than Fare Zone A. Since the train heading back to Montreal arrived shortly after we arrived at Cartier, we didn't have much time at the station. Another notable difference between the Azur trains and the older fleets of the Montreal Metro is the open gangways, which can be occupied by passengers. This allows for an 8% increase in capacity. As we head closer to the final destination of Montreal, I'd like to give some final thoughts on the Montreal Metro. Overall, I find the Montreal Metro to be clean, efficient, and quite useful, with trains running at good frequencies. For some reason, the Montreal Metro feels more like a European metro system rather than a North American metro system. Personally, I find the Montreal Metro system to be one of, if not the best metro system in North America that I had the pleasure to ride. Some criticisms I have of the Montreal Metro system include the difficulty of opening the swiveling doors at the entrances, and most importantly, the lack of accessibility in many of the stations. While the latter issue is not a problem for the passengers who are able-bodied, this could be a major issue for any passengers who are physically disabled. We have now arrived at our final destination of Montreal Station. The station lies at a depth of 13.4 meters and had finished renovations in the summer of 2022, thus making the station accessible to those disabled. I would like to thank all of you for watching this video. If you liked this video, you can hit the like button. And if you want to see more content like this, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. Once again, I'm LeConte, and I'm signing out.